Jarvis, you up?
For you, sir, always.
I'd like to open a new project file, indexed as Mark II.
Shall I store this on the Stark Industries central database?
Actually, don't know who to trust right now. Till further notice, why don't we just keep everything on my private server?
Working on a secret project, are we, sir?
Jarvis, you there?
Yes. Shall I render using proposed specifications?
Roll me.
The render is complete.
Yeah, I like it fabricated. Paint it.
Commencing automated assembly. Estimated completion time is 5 hours.
Don't wait up for me, honey.
Hey guys, welcome back. Today we are going to make Iron Man's helmet. Do you guys remember the scene from Iron Man 1? This was such an epic scene where Tony Stark made the Iron Man suit using VR and AR technology. And oh boy, the first time I had seen this in the movies, I was just an industrial design student at that time, and this technology was so cool that it really blew me away. I actually thought that this kind of thing would never be possible in the near future. However, here I am today using VR technology to model and design stuff, just like Tony Stark did in the movies. So it was just a matter of time that I had to make the Iron Man suit. I guess you could say it was just
inevitable.
First, let's start off by placing the reference images where we can always see them easily. It's always a good idea to have different views of the model so you have a good understanding of what you'll be modeling. And yeah, it also looks kind of cool to have them floating around, looking professional and feeling Tony Starkish, right? Anyways, after we have that settled, I've started to make the wireframe sketch on the mannequin. When modeling any complex surfaces, I always start with a wireframe because it's really fast and easy to sketch out all the overall shapes and scales. A good looking wireframe is just like having a good blueprint. It will always guide you through the whole modeling process. So now that I'm satisfied with the wireframe, I'm going to start surface modeling from the top part of the helmet. I have two reasons that I'm starting my modeling here. First, it's relatively an easy part that I can quickly make, and second, it's one of the most important design parts which I can reference my future designs on. Next, I'm modeling the mid part of the helmet. I must admit that I had a lot of trouble making this part because of this side characteristic concave cut. The side character line was difficult to model because little changes in the line really changed how the whole helmet felt, especially looking at it on 3D. I had to go back several times in order to achieve the best line possible, and once I finally nailed it, you can see that I was pretty happy about it. On to the next part, the angry mouse. I personally think that this design shape for this part is just perfect for Iron Man. These lines that separate the mid part and the mouse part are especially important to Iron Man's face because not only it serves as a parting line when the mask is taken off, but also this line that goes down and up really portrays Iron Man's face to look angry and tough, also matching the angry mood Tony was in when he first designed the suit. After modeling in the ears really quickly, I went on and started to work on the top part of the helmet by adding in the intake detail and extruding the surface lines to match the wireframe. And once that was done, I just couldn't resist but to try on the helmet and stick my hand out just like Iron Man. After fooling around a little bit, I started to model the side. I adjusted the parting lines so that the surfaces align up with the rest of the helmet. This part can be a little bit tricky because it can be a little challenging to be precise in VR. However, with some practice and with the undo button, I've learned that nothing is impossible. Now, I'm quickly modeling the back part of the helmet, and I've copied that part for the lower part too. This way, I don't have to spend too much time here because I would rather spend my time fixing other parts that are more visible and more important to the helmet. Now for this part, I'm finally adding the bolts and joints that Iron Man had in his jaws and also on the both sides of his forehead. I usually go and put in these little details only when I'm sure that I have figured out all the big proportions right. Finally, I've added the eyes to match the overall surface of the front mask, then added on some extra parts to encase the eyes. And finally, by adding some details here and there, Iron Man's helmet modeling is finished. Well, that's all I have for today. If you've enjoyed my video, please subscribe, hit the like button, and feel free to leave me any comments. Thank you for watching, and see you guys next time.